Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. He's Mike Brenner. I'm Peter Loshak. We are the odds couple coming from sportsbookreview.com. It's March friggin' Madness.
It is
but
March friggin'
This is
Madness.
the NBA odds couple show for Thursday, March 16th. We are not taking one day off of the NBA.
No, should have took yesterday off. I should have. I damn sure should have.
Yeah, you did. You had a bad day.
I got my ass handed to me, but you know what? I never gloat when I win, and I own it when I lose. I should have took yesterday off. But you know what I love? I love being able to bounce back today, baby.
Yeah,
I'm not kidding you.
And thank the Lord we have Al McMurtrey from BigAl.com as a guest once again, as we do every Thursday. He always gives us great insights and winning advice. So this show we'll be able to bounce all of our thoughts off of him, and he'll give us his thoughts. Al McMurtrey, it's March Madness. Does March Madness just overwhelm you, or do you know how to handle it right now like an old pro?
He's wore out.
Well, I think both. It overwhelms me, and so what I do is I work 24 hours a day, and that's how I handle it.
There you go. There you go.
I went to bed last night at 4:45 a.m. I woke up at 7:45.
Yep. Oh,
so
God,
me too.
Yeah, we got the same time. We got the same clock. I'm not kidding you. All three of us. I'm not exaggerating. We can't make that up. We didn't script that.
All right. Well, the thing is about today's NBA card is that it's actually pretty interesting. There's actually some interesting stuff on the NBA card.
There's not a whole bunch on there, and you got one game in particular where I think they're pulling in the D League teams to play.
I mean, I think the most interesting thing is that Golden State is now a 1-9 ATS over the last time or something. They're just losing game in and game out, also going under game in and game out. And I'm thinking, why would this train be any different here? They're giving 13.5 to Orlando. Maybe we take a shot with Orlando and the under. First, let's go to Al McMurtrey to see what he thinks about that.
Yeah,
Al McMurtrey, is this just a train that we want to ride once again, fading Golden State and taking the under?
You know, I think so. You know, it's the exact number is actually 1-10 against the spread their last 11. And for me, this is more of a play on Orlando than a play against Golden State. And let me explain. You know, the Magic, they're on a 3-game losing streak themselves. But teams that have lost their 3 previous games or more, those teams, if they've had at least 2 days of rest, which Orlando has, they've gone 202 and 136 against the spread in the regular season, going all the way back to 1991 if they're getting 10 or more points, and they're getting a lot more than 10. So that's a great situation to take the Orlando Magic, and then you combine it with what you said, how, you know, Golden State's just, they are a train wreck right now. I've heard from someone high up in the organization that there's actually some infighting in the locker room at Golden State, and it's from a very, let's just say it's from a source that you see his name in the papers all the time.
Yeah. Really? And, I've heard there's absolutely been some rumblings in the locker room, and they're putting smiles on when they sit down, but there's something going on, and Steve Kerr's got his hands full.
That's exactly what I've heard. So, and it surprised me, because you do hear they say all the right things, you know, to the media, but that's not what's going on behind the scenes. So it's something to just kind of pay attention to. And when they're playing this poorly, I don't think you get on them. No, you got to take the points.
Yeah, so you're making that an official pick in this one.
I am.
All right, I'm taking it too. I'm taking Orlando plus 14, and I think I'm also going to take a shot with the under as well at 219. Yeah, all right. Al, do you think that the under is also worth a play, or no opinion on that one, really?
I have no opinion on the total, Pete.
And I'm also going to throw the first half.
I'm going the first half. I'm taking Golden State.
Really?
Yeah, because guess what? The infighting and everything, because it's true. Al's not kidding. His sources tap on. I'm telling you right now. It's going to be a matter of now taking that onto the damn court, and there's Kevin Durant not going to be there getting the ball. You're going to see Thompson and Curry. Somebody's going to snap out of a funk, and I really think tonight you're going to see Draymond Green really show what he can do when shit gets real and his back's up against the wall. His team has a lot of pressure. They've never been questioned like they're getting questioned. Steve Kerr's going to rip that ass out. I'm telling you, he's going to have that team pumped and ready. Now, the full game, I'm afraid I'll stay off, but I like that first half. I'm looking at a 10-point lead.
Wow.
Damn it, at halftime, let's pull that trigger.
McMurtrey, what do you think? Do you think Steve Kerr is going to rip that ass like Mike Brenner suggesting here?
You know, I tend to agree with, you know, what Mike says. I mean, I tend to agree that at some point Golden State's going to snap out of it. You know, they're playing so poorly. For the full game, it's a lot of points. I'll take the points, but I do see the argument for the other side.
And it's at home. And it's at home.
Yeah.
You better get off that.
All right, I'll just take the full game, but I will take the under.
So what's the best shop line for me on the half?
Oh, for you it's 8.5 minus 106.
I'm all over.
Minus
That's
106.
Official. Pull that trigger.
All right, okay. Now let's jump to one game that I just want to give very quickly. I'm going to give the under in Brooklyn and New York. The Knicks have been a big under trender recently. I gave them on the under in the Indiana game. That one cashed.
What's that number sitting at?
It's a high total, which because of what Brooklyn does, super high scoring team. But I am going to take a shot with it's 222. I will take that one under 222. Just quickly.
Heard there might be a couple players getting rested in that one.
Yeah, Porzingis is also banged up. Yeah, all right. Mike Brenner, why don't you hit us with a play?
I love this one right here, and I'm just going to pull this trigger with confidence. Cleveland is got to get back. They got to snap at, and they got to snap out, and they absolutely covered them the other night.
Yeah.
They manhandled that team. All right, I love Cleveland. Now, what I like is the first quarter. All right, I like them very early.
We'll
all right, I know Utah's good. This is a good team, but Derek Favors is out, and Rudy Gobert's a little bit banged up, but he's going to be playing. First quarter, and I'm going with the full game.
All right, first quarter, I'll give you the Pinnacle opener full game. We can give you 6.5 minus 110.
Yep.
Al McMurtrey, what do you think about that? Makes sense to me.
Well, what I really like is I like Brooklyn and I like Cleveland. I like both of those games, an awful lot. They're probably my two favorite games on the entire card today. The Knicks just upset Indiana at home as a 3-point dog on Tuesday while Brooklyn was blown out in their last game. But one of the things I like to do is take road teams off a straight up and against a spread loss if they're playing a team off an upset win. If a road team is not getting 6 or more points, that's been a very reliable 56% over the years. Looking at the Cleveland game, Utah right now falls into its absolute worst role. Utah is now 0-16 against the spread as a road underdog when priced from +3 to +8 points. It's absolutely unbelievable that they can't seem to get the money in that point spread range, but they don't. And until they do, I'm going to go against the Utah Jazz.
Al McMurtrey from BigAl.com.
Me and Al are going to the bank. We're going to the bank, baby. That's got to make you feel good, Cleveland, man.
Absolutely. So those are 2 more picks that you're adding officially, because I keep track of all this in our shows, right?
Yeah. Okay. Those are my 2 favorite ones. Would be Brooklyn. Wow,
so you got 3 picks now: Cleveland, Brooklyn, and
Orlando. Check this out. Just talking about New York as the drama. All right, I heard a quote that came out that Joakim Noah, however you pronounce his name, Joakim Noah. He's done for the rest of the year. Yeah. He got a big contract to go there. You know what he said? He said it has been such a drama story here. He said, I'm glad I got a paid vacation. I needed one.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding you. That was from a very reliable source.
Wow.
So that's what's going on in New York. Also, Derrick Rose, you don't know where the hell he's at.
How do you guys have reliable sources? All I have is jerk-off friends who knows even less than I do, But anyway, then let's talk about the Clippers-Denver game. A lot of news in this one. People sitting out on both sides. Denver, a massive overtrender, but I'm thinking
Clippers
because of all
disaster.
of this. I'm thinking because of all the people sitting, maybe a shot with the under might be worth a shot. I don't know. Al McMurtrey, what do you think about that?
I don't know. Denver's scoring a lot of points. Yeah. They come into this game off 3 straight up and ATS victories by an average of over 20 points per game. They're scoring at least 105 in each of those 3 wins. In fact, they're averaging 117.6. So I don't know if I like the under here, but I do like Denver, regardless of who's going to be on the court for the Clippers. One of the things I like to do is take a team off 3 straight up and against the spread wins if they scored at least 105 or more in each of those 3 games. And they won by double digits in each of those 3 games. Those teams have gone 193 wins against just 147 losses going back to 1991. It's just a momentum play. You have 3 high-scoring wins in a row, winning each game by double digits. You tend to do well, and I'm going to take Denver minus the 4.
And I like what Al said. Al said, I like Denver regardless of who's on the floor. And the reason I totally 100% piggyback on that, it's because of coaching. All right, Mike Malone, the biggest mistake Sacramento ever did was get rid of him. This guy will coach anybody up. I really like that angle as well.
All right, and now let's talk about interesting OKC-Toronto game. Every game with OKC is great because of what Westbrook is doing. Toronto had an interesting – Toronto figured out how to play some real defense in their last game and got a blowout, low-scoring win.
Yeah, but can they do it again, though?
I don't know.
Do you trust them to do that again?
Something's telling me yes. Let's go. Thank God we have Al McMurtrey here. Al McMurtrey, what do you think? Toronto minus 2.5?
I'm taking the points. Toronto already got the better of Oklahoma City when they met earlier this year. And Oklahoma City is just one of those teams that goes back years and years and years and years. They're really good when playing with revenge, and especially against a team off a straight up and against a spread win. We saw that a few games back when they, beat the San Antonio Spurs when no one thought that they would. Now they're playing the Toronto Raptors, and Oklahoma City in this role, they're 43 wins, 19 losses against a spread when playing with revenge against an opponent off a straight up and against a spread win. I'll never bucket. I'm going to take Oklahoma City.
Yeah,
all right.
I couldn't even think about jumping on Toronto on this one, Pete.
All right.
Yeah, that revenge is big. And Westbrook and Toronto's Toronto, and they're just absolutely just coached terribly by Kate. Not terribly, but this team is going to get beat tonight.
All right. So that's 5 picks from Al McMurtrey. Then the only other game we have is Memphis-Atlanta. Do either of you have anything to say about that?
I sure do, buddy.
Go, Mike,
I'm going with the team with 4 or 5 days rest called Atlanta, even in the first half early. Okay. So, and I mean it. Memphis last night, they beat Chicago, but they're not a young team. Gasol isn't the youngest. Okay, Randolph, we know how old he is. I think Atlanta coming off that rest, and Budenholzer telling them, guys, you got to turn on the consistent button sooner or later, or we're going to have our asses sitting down watching playoffs. All right, I'm telling you right now, Atlanta first half, give me the best shot.
All right, -2, -109. You have anything to say about that one, Al McMurtrey?
I'm staying completely away from this game.
All right.
Nothing at all.
Awesome. So we got 5 picks from Al McMurtrey. I'm going to be
10-foot pole.
Yeah. We got 5 picks from Al McMurtrey. I'm going to be on the under in Brooklyn, New York. I'm going to be on the under in Orlando, Golden State. And I'm taking Orlando. Mike Brenner, review your picks quickly.
Okay, you can't stop Pistol Pete. You can only hope to contain him. All right, I'm going to be going with Cleveland on the first quarter, pinnacle opener. Cleveland on the full game. I'm with Big Al on that one, -6.5. That one's going to the bank. Atlanta on the first half, coming off a bunch of rest, -2. And Golden State finally letting all that infusion in the locker room spill out to the court. First half, -8.5.
All right, and Al McMurtrey's website is bigal.com. Tell us about that quickly, Al McMurtrey.
Sure. Been in business since 1992 and have a lot of great information there. You can get not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 free picks every single day. Just go to the website and click on free picks. You get 2 from myself, 1 from Larry Ness, 1 from Scott Spreitzer. And then you can get all of our best selections. There are, in fact, 16 handicappers at the website. And you can just click on picks for sale and you can get all the best plays from all the handicappers at the website. Go to bigal.com every day.
All right. Awesome, Al. Thanks so much.
Thanks a lot, Al. Hey, guys, we got to get some rest tonight because we got to stay fresh for the weekend.
It's definitely, well, it all starts again, for the game, round 2 or games 2 on Saturday and Sunday. So we'll get our rest on Monday. Actually.
That's right. We'll have plenty of time to rest when we die, Al.
Well, this episode of The Odds Couple is over. But if you give us a like and click SBR's logo at the bottom of the screen to subscribe, then you'll get all the upcoming videos as soon as they come out. And don't forget to take advantage of our website. There's free picks, live betting lines, and sportsbook reviews and ratings guides, and a whole lot more. Check it out now.